Hi everyone, DJ here. Welcome to Selena City and Lego World Part 179. Over the last part of Selena City, I came back to doing Throwback Saturdays / OC World by mostly seeing Villain City and Mr. Villain Night coming back in 2026. If you got into the last part of Selena City, make sure that part before this one. But today we are in a new world, and not just a new world, a new Selena's Beach world. And it has been a year later. Well, not really close to a year later, but it pretty much has been mostly a year later since most of Selena Beach world pretty much ended. And most of all, it's one of the most Selena's. I guess I could pretty much just call it a summer world now, actually, because this ain't mostly like Selena Beach world for this one. Selena Summer World been here since mostly halfway to 4 years now, which is like kind of crazy. And this world is pretty much just like Selena Beach world, but it's a little bit very different and really different. It's pretty gonna be having most like the same showcat builds, but most of all just just different type of ones. And this world is pretty much called Selena Resort World. Welcome to Selena Resort World, everyone. A new Selena pretty much mostly Beast World has pretty much has started. It has been mostly a long time since Selena Beast World really has gotten something new, and now it's finally getting some shine going on as usual. So I wait no time as always. Let's get right into this. So let's go ahead and start with the front. So the front from the mostly from like lay the front of the house doesn't look really different, but it sort of has with the sand color. I think I have used this color before actually in the last Selena Beast World, so which is pretty much cool. We have is mostly the outdoor lunger, which I hopefully that was called. Yeah, the outdoor lunger with mostly the blue salam pole to make it as kind of like like a little flag when when you're making a sandcastle. So which is pretty much nice. Then we have it the mostly the porch light. But then we go inside. This is what inside the house look like. Which I'm telling you what, looks very nice. What we have here actually, let's start from right here actually. We have the paper floor lamp. We have is most of the not just any type of rug, the blue powder rug with the sofa, the silent clock, and then this is the first time ever adding 4 chairs, Lee in the Lee in most like her living room. So we have is most of the balcony chair, the lava chair, the next to command chair, and the palace throne, which is pretty much nice. Never thought of adding 4 chairs in the same room would be sorry, the same living room both at the same time. So that's very something. Then if we go upstairs, we have is most of the piano. I wish I put like some little bit plants around, but so I did this good right here. Then we mostly have is the room. This is her room right here. So you didn't mean to hit the TV by the way. But we have in most of the room. We have the small bed. We have is the what is this? The floor lamp. We have is mostly the clock, the wardrobe, and most of the TV. Very nice, decent room. Actually, this is what I think most of like the room that was Selena be in for her new world. So which is pretty much nice. Then we have most of the bathroom. We don't really need to talk about the bathroom mostly all the time. But I think this is the first time ever I'm adding 4 items. So you can tell that this is gonna be way different than any type of like OC world I have pretty much done before, especially for Lee for Selena's world as well. So that's pretty much something. So we have most of the sink, the toilet, the shower, and the bathtub. Real nice. But important things in here should have been like this since Lee mostly for Selena City. So if we go to the kitchen, I actually changed the kitchen after pretty not really that much, but we have the range cooker. We have mostly the refrigerator and mostly the kitchen sink and the kitchen counter. Real nice. And then back here is pretty much what I have is mostly both the Explorer Burrow stack and the Explorer crate stack. So that is cool. But yeah, but that's pretty much everything inside our house. This is a really nice house actually what I did by the way. Never thought of making a house like this for especially for a new world is actually pretty much decent. So which is pretty much nice. Then if we go to the backyard, we have is mostly the beach showcat build coming back, of course. Why not go ahead and pretty much do a resort world? Pretty much making a mostly bringing back the showcat build, which pretty much started it all, the beach showcat build. And what I did right here is pretty much put some water around, you know, to make like the actual, you know, beach. Like everyone just swim in the ocean, which is cool. And then this is the first time ever adding a water vehicle as well, known as the airboat. So I can pretty much just take it right here, unless I might have to copy it. Nope, I can just take it right there, if it can fit. All right, there we go. And I could just pretty much just drove, or literally just drive around the whole entire water. So that's pretty much nice. Oh God. Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but that works. But yeah, so hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back. I mean, I'll try to copy it, but I didn't mean to do that. Alright, there we go. Just put it right there. It's gonna do it again if I do it like that. But still, that is pretty much nice, and it's also very creative as well. So I don't really need to talk about the beach showcat build, which I have pretty much, you know, mostly shown it since like 5 years now, which is crazy. Also, speaking of 5 years, I do need to start celebrating showcat build mostly this year of 2026. So I'm going to check the day when it started, and then I'm going to go ahead and start celebrating very soon enough. So it'll probably be like later this month. So I can't wait. But let's move on to the showcat builds, by the way, especially from after the beach showcat build. This is the Ninjago pufferfish showcat build. Now, this showcat build don't need to be really talked about like at all, because I have talked about it before. It's really a restaurant, you know, just mostly like a restaurant with like mostly a pufferfish. Then you got the kitchen down here, of course, with the rain cooker. Some reason is, I don't know who leaves a hot dog and a sandwich lid on the stove. I have never seen no one really done that at all. But you know what? That is something, I guess, part of the showcat build. But still, this is a very nice kitchen though. I really like how they pretty much did it with like the bananas, the most like the vegetables, the dishes as well. Especially a very clean kitchen as well. So I really like how they did that. But the Ninjago pufferfish is one of the most showcat builds I've been showing since Lee over the years. I think I've been showing it since 2021. Been about 5 years now, which is crazy. But still, it's good to pretty much see it pretty much in 2026. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next showcat build. The next showcat build is the Parrot Temple. The Parrot Temple is a classic showcat build. It don't really need to be talked about at all. But the Parrot Temple is pretty much cool. I mean, there is a temple you can pretty much get inside of it. They gotta climb up top if I remember. Selena, come up. Selena, climb up there. All right, let's see. I think it's pretty much inside if I remember. Yeah, so this is where you climb up. Yep, it's down here. Oh, yep. So this was inside of here. Let me put it in first person. So you got a bunch of like traps. You got most of like the jewels as well. I tell you what, this is a very creative trap, by the way. But like, you know what I'll probably do? I'll probably, you know, destroy mostly the well, actually not destroy, but mostly, you know, most of all, I wouldn't probably do it in like an actual like, you know, temple. But I'll probably, you know, just like remove most of all this. I'm not really gonna do it, but mostly remove all this. And pretty much, you know, get the jewels from the crates and pretty much really get all the treasure. But still, this showcat build is mostly a classic. Been showing it since, you know, since Selena Beast World, I'm pretty much sure. Yeah, since showing it since 2022, about 4 years now, which is insane. And I'm telling you what, it's pretty much good to pretty much see it pretty much in 2026. So let's get out of the Parrot Temple. And the last one we have for today is the Shipwreck. I think it's the Shipwreck pirate ship, I think. I probably got that wrong. Let me see. Where is that? The pirate shipwreck camp. So this showcat build is very something, as I remember. The pirate shipwreck camp is mostly like, you know, just a pirate, like, you know, let's call it like a pirate base. Like, you got mostly like a pirate boat right there. You got like a pirate flag. You got mostly like a lookout up here, which is pretty much, you know, what pirates do. I wouldn't say this is really like not too much, but they also have like cannonballs. I think they have a cannon somewhere, but I don't know where it is because it's been like a while since I showed the showcat build. I think it's up top of here, I think. No, it's down here. Yep, it's down here. So you can first shoot like an actual cannonball. Let's shoot it somewhere far in the distance. Try it. Right there. Hit it right there. Look how that goes. Okay. There you go. Yeah, so this showcase build is really really a classic. I mean, I like how they did with the whole entire showcase build, you know, going all pirate theme, and it does make sense for mostly this world as well, especially for like Selena Beach World, because most of all, you know, Selena Beach World is pretty part of, like, I guess you could say mostly part of a beach, but mostly kind of like an island. So that is pretty much nice what they did right here. But I can say this. Most of all, I think this showcase will probably be shown later on, like mostly this year of 2026, especially the Pirate Temple, and mostly like these showcase builds I've been showing for the past, you know, years of mostly the Lego World series. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait to do that mostly for, like, you know, Selena City, and most of all for well, not really for mostly Resort World, but most of all from like just other old showcase that will pretty make sense for Selena Resort World. But Pirate Shipwreck Camp, yeah, Pirate Shipwreck Camp. Welcome back. Or sorry, should I say welcome to 2026, and also welcome to a new world as well, especially with the other showcase builds. But yeah, but well, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoyed, you already know what to do. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.